love the 4th fret capo, by the way. I love it. And I think I'm doing quite well since I broke my pick. Check that out. You ever do that? And unfortunately, this is my last pick. This is my very last pick. I need to buy some new ones. I don't know where the rest went. I brought around 20, and this is what I've got left. I'm sure you can feel my pain. Hi guys, welcome to day number 4 of the Fretboard Freedom Challenge. How are we all doing? Doug, nice to see you, buddy. Good to see you here. Michael, John, Ralph. Amazing, guys. Loving the fact that you're all here. For day 4. Alright, so Tommy, well done for winning the blues. I still need to send you the course, by the way. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that today, so I'll get that out to you. So, yeah. I hope we're all doing very well, guys. Ted as well, I'm going to get your course out to you very shortly. Okay, so I hope we're having fun. Let's have a little recap of what we've done so far. Okay. So, we started off with the moving chords, right? Moving our way up the fretboard. Alright, lots of fun. Alright, we looked at thirds. Moving up the fretboard away, getting all the way up to the dusty end. And then yesterday we looked at triads, which I know yesterday it got deep, right? Triads is when we're starting to get into more theoretical stuff. And also different finger movements, right? Now I know some of these chords are hard. And you know what, like, this was not always the easiest position for me either. You know, when we're doing things like this. You know, let's get this over here. Like this kind of shape here. Alright, but like everything, like every chord, right? At one point a G chord was really hard. At one point a C chord was really hard. Alright, and this is just what it is. It's just muscle memory, and eventually your fingers kind of bend in. That's the way it's been for me anyway. Eventually they start to play ball. Okay? And the best way is just to focus on building muscle memory. On, off, on, off. And the quicker you do that, quicker you're basically programming your hand to do the shapes without you having to think about them too much. Alright, so so yes. And yeah, so we looked at triads yesterday. Alright, it was great to see everybody's videos coming in. Alright, and there's lots of stuff we can do with that. This is really the tip of the iceberg, but we're really making some progress, guys, here. I'm really proud of all of you who are putting in the effort and getting your way up the fretboard. Okay, so we are going to go on to some blues today. We're going to talk about something I call, well, if you've been following me, you'll know I've got these things called magic boxes, right? Which are areas in the fretboard where we have chords, we have scales, and we can create some really cool progressions, some cool chords and licks. So we're going to get into that right away. I'm also going to talk to you guys about my Fretboard Freedom program, my retreat in Scotland. So as I said at the start of the week, I'm going to tell you a bit about that. For those of you that really want to continue your journey and create a real transformation in 2025. So I'm going to tell you a little bit more about that in just a little bit. But first, let's get into the blues, shall we? So make sure you've got your guitars and you're ready to give this a go. Okay, so I'm going to ask for some interaction here sometimes, okay? So if you've done my blues bootcamp stuff, then you'll know this, right? Again, no dirty washing. Right, okay, cool. we have 3 chords when we play blues, generally. We've got a 1, 4, and a 5 chord. And all that means, we discussed the major scale, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 notes in the major scale. The first note, the 4th note, and the 5th note from that, 1, 4, 5, is the chords that we use for blues. Okay, and we would generally use 7 chords, right? So G7, C7, and a D7, for example. Now, the best way to figure this out, right, and if this is going over your head, don't worry. You can take any area, any note in the top string, the low E string, alright, let's just say, we take this note, the G note, right? That's your 1, okay, so we're playing in the key of G, 1. The 4 chord is right underneath it, that's a C, and then the 5 chord is here, a D, so 1, 4, 5. Just remember this little L shape. And that's you got your 3 chords. G, C, D, G, C, D, G, C, D. And I'm going to show you some cool shapes to use there. Alright, so let's just say we want to play a G7, right? So we could play that bar chord. And I'm not going to ask you to play bar chords, but I just want you to watch what I'm doing anyway, right? We've got a G7. Okay, I'm going to play a C7 like that, which is like a B7 shape, a 3, a 2, and a 3. And then the same shape for a D7. So I've got G7, C7, D7, and I'm not playing the B and E, high B and E string, right? Just so you can see my fingers. Right, I'm not playing these. Okay? I'm going to just use my fingers and not this little broken pick. Alright, so I've got a G, not G, C, and a D. They're my chord. Okay, now what I'm going to do, right, this is what I love this little shape, is I'm going to turn this into a triad, right? We did triads yesterday. And I'm just going to take 3 notes out of this. I'm going to take the D, the G, and the B string, and I'll have this chord right here. And the best way to think about this is to make the D shape from the D string, right? You've built up the muscle memory with this shape already, but just move it to the D string on the 3rd fret, and that is me got the voicing of a G7, right? Instead of playing this chord, I can just play this. And it sounds really cool when you slide from 1 fret back, like that. And we're going to do the same with C and the same with the D7, right? Alright. And that's our chord. So what I'm going to do, right, I'm going to ask you guys to give me a key to play in, right? So anything, it can be any key, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, okay? And we're going to figure this out together so that we can play these chords anywhere on the fretboard, right? Just so we can walk through this together. So in the comments, I want you to give me a key, okay? And the most popular answer, we'll give it a go. Okay, so on you go. I will wait here. I will play a little bit. A sharp, F, A. Okay, now let's stick with A then, right? So yesterday we figured out how to find the A note, alright, any note in the fretboard, right? So the 5th fret is A. So 1, 4, 5. So then I'm going to then make this shape, triad. So here I've got an A, I've got a D, and I've got an E. A, D, E, 1, 4, 5, A7, D7, E7. Okay, this time I make that D shape from the D string on the 5th fret. Okay, the same note as the A. Now, if I wanted to do B, okay, so too easy, right? E flat, right? Cheers, Ken. Okay, so no, E flat. I would need to be like down here, right? Because that's E. This is E flat. Okay, which means. All right, but let's not do that. But let's say we did a B, right? B, E, and F sharp. Okay. See, I just make that shape. Okay. So let's just stick in the key of A7, D7, and E7. Okay, so that is going to be our chords. Okay, we all happy with that? We've got our 1 chord, our 4 chord, and our 5 chord. We can slide into them. Alright, get the muscle memory for that. Now the next thing we need to know, the next thing we need to know is the 12-bar blues formula. Okay, so the 1 chord we can play once. So this is just one formula of a 12-bar blues. There's many, right? But we could play this 1 chord for 1, and that means 1 bar. So a bar is 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 4 beats. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 chord for 1 bar, which means I go to the D. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 chord, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. So we're coming from the top here, right? 1 bar. No, sorry, 1 chord for 1 bar. 4 chord for 1 bar. 1 chord for 2 bars. So that's basically A for 1, D for 1, and A for 2. So let's bring that back, okay? And let's play that together, shall we? So you can play like this, or you can slide into it. Doesn't really matter, as long as we're counting, right? So let's do those first 4 bars together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, sorry. I'll start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So, what do we do after that? Okay, then we've got the 4 chord, the D for 2 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Back to the 1 chord. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so let's go over those first 8 bars together then. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. D2, keep on forgetting that change. A, 2, 3, 4. 3, and then D, 2, 3, 4. D, 2, 3, 4. A, 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. Alright, so the last 4 bars of this 12-bar blues is going to go the 5 chord, E, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. And then we could do a turnaround, but instead of doing that, we're just going to play the 1 chord. And then the 5 chord. Okay, so those last 4 bars, A, the 1 chord, 4 chord, 1 chord, 5 chord. Now, the way I like to play that is I would go the 5 chord, 2, 3. I could climb down to that. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, and that's us. So I'm going to play this through nice and slow a couple of times, and I want you guys just to play with me. So this is going to be challenge number 1, right? So this is going to be the easy, not the easy challenge, but the 2 levels of challenge. So this will be the easier one. And then we're going to start adding in a few licks and things, alright? Okay. I'm just going to turn off my, I've got somebody's writing to me on Facebook and I keep on getting these little pings. Okay. Right. So, let's start here. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Back to 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then the 5, 2, 3. Down to 4. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Start again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, and then the 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 3, 4. And I know I screwed up the second bar again there, but let's start again, right? One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3. Back to 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, and the 5, 2, 3, then the 4, 2, 3, 4. Alright. And there you have it, a 12-bar blues using triads. Now what we're going to look at next is the scale, alright, the pentatonic scale. And then we're going to add in some licks. So are we cool with that, guys? Alright, who feels like they're making progress here? If you're making progress, give me a progress in the comments. Let me know that you're feeling like you're getting on this week. And that you're feeling yourself improve as a guitarist. So, as I said, guys, before we move on, I'm going to talk a little bit, alright, about what I have coming up this year. So this is something new, something that I've not done before, that I'm very, very excited about. And that is about getting you guys to Scotland. Alright, 35 minutes from Glasgow Airport, I'm hosting the Fretboard Freedom, Guitar Made Easy Fretboard Freedom Retreat, where we're going to work on creating real transformations with a small group of people that could involve you. Okay, so we're going to work with you over 4 nights, 4 days, and we're going to have a curriculum that involves learning the cage system, learning triads, truly unlocking the fretboard. But the one thing that I want to work on with everybody is not just that stuff, right? Because it's cool learning that, but putting it into practice is something different. So playing in front of people, okay, playing an open mic, or jamming with other musicians. These are things that we can't really do online, but this is something that I would really like to work with you in person. So if this is something that you would really like to be able to do, you would like to have more confidence playing in front of people, you would like to be able to really feel confident as a musician, then this could be a good chance to do this in an amazing setting. So I'm going to show you a little bit about the retreat itself as well. Where are we? It's in the Bonnie Banks of Loch Lomond. Let's see if I can show you. You know what? I've not got it here. But trust me, it looks amazing. All right, it's a 4-star hotel. It's all inclusive, and it's something that you'll be able to enjoy with your partner. All right, it's right on the lock. Very, very beautiful place. And we're gonna play guitar. We're gonna learn a lot. We're gonna hang out a lot. We're gonna go on the Loch Lomond on a cruise. We're gonna taste the local whiskies from the local distilleries, and we're gonna have a lot of fun together. So this is something you can enjoy with your partner as well. And we're gonna have a lot of fun. 4 nights jamming, playing guitar together. And this will be a truly transformational experience for anyone who comes. Alright, so I thought I had everything here, guys, but I'm going to send you all a page with it, and it'll show you all the details. It'll show you everything about the hotel. So if you fancy coming to Scotland, you fancy having a bucket list experience, then check it out. But you're probably thinking, how do we create this transformation and learn all this stuff in 4 days? Well, we'll get a lot done in 4 days, but for everybody who signs up, you're also going to be entered into a 12-week program with me, okay, where we're going to work as a group and really unlock the fretboard, really get down to it. Every week we're going to have missions that are going to unlock triads, unlock the cage system, everything that I do in my lessons, how you're able to combine chords and licks and scales, all of that stuff. Alright, bar chords, whatever it is you need to work on, we're going to make sure we get this done. So if you have been stuck in the same place for a long time, you feel like you're still a beginner and you're not getting anywhere fast, then this, as long as you show up, will help you. So this is the same program and itinerary that I do with my private students. Alright, that gets them from amateur players, where you can just copy, you can only play from memory, to guitar players where you're able to express yourself as a musician. Okay, so again, we work on all this stuff that we need to work on: rhythm, chops, music theory, and every week you get given missions and you need to upload your videos every single week. Alright, and we're part of a fun group and we're all going to be in it together. So, and then it culminates in Scotland on the 25th of May for 4 nights, where we're going to put everything that we've practiced into good use. So this could be the chance that you're looking for. The whiskey, of course, the whiskey helps. Absolutely. So to book it, right, the whole cost of everything, right, I'm going to send an email out to everybody afterwards, so check it out. It's £4,997 plus VAT, and that includes everything: the accommodation, all-inclusive meals, all the master classes and workshops, and of course the 12-week program as well, leading up to the event. Alright, so check that out, and yeah, anyways, that's it, guys. Sales pitch over. If you need any questions, to book it, you book a call with me, okay, and then I can talk to you about it before you make a decision, and you can put down a deposit, and then we take it from there, and we can plan out the whole itinerary that involves you and your partner and make sure that it's a special experience for you both. Alright, we've already got 5 people booked in, okay, so there's a limited amount of space left, so if you do want to come, make sure you book a call and get your spot booked. Okay, anyways, let's move on to the second part of the lesson. Okay, so we are at, we've got a 12-bar blues, we've got our chords, right? Now, if I want to add in some licks to this, right, I want to add in some melody to it, I want to add in some notes, then I can use the pentatonic scale, okay, or the blues scale. We're going to keep it nice and simple here. I'm just going to go over the pentatonic scale. So again, in the key of A, I can do this little shape that you might be familiar with. Alright, box 1, which is 5, 8, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 7, 5, 8, 5, 8. Okay, that's all within this little box, right? So I've got my chords, and I've got these as well, right? So let's say I want to create a little phrase, right? Or what I would advise when you're just getting started out with this, when you want to improvise, is start to use the middle notes, right? The D and the G string. So we would have 7, 5, 7, 5. and this is the root, this is the A note, okay? So keeping it simple, I'm just going to take these notes, 5, 7, 5, 7, and I'm going to start just, you know, playing around with them and getting creative with them. So I could do something like this. Alright, you get what I mean? So play around with it and you'll start to get a little bit more confident when you build up the muscle memory. And the way you think about this, right, this is the way I think about it. In blues it's called call and response. You've got a question and you've got an answer. So let's just say you ask a question and you answer it. Alright? It can be an everyday conversation, it doesn't need to be anything deep. It can be Tony do the dishes and I'm tired. You know, something like that. That is a general conversation that I have in my house. So yeah, so you can branch out from that. You can do different things. You can hammer on, vibrato, a little bit of bending. You can do a lot with these notes, and actually it's better to practice with just a couple of notes before you start branching out and start using a bunch of notes. That way you'll help, your phrasing will work out better. Alright, when you build up muscle memory with a couple of notes and you focus on how you play those notes. So playing them with dynamic, right? So rather than just play, right, a little bit soft. That's much, I think, is much more effective than trying to play super fast and playing a bunch of notes as well. Now, what I like to do as well, right, I can take this note, 5, 7, 5, 7, and I can find the octave, 8, 10, 8, 10, and I can slide back into them like that. So 8, 10, 8, 10, 8, 9, 7, 5, 7, 5. And they're all the notes that I really need. Alright, because basically they're the same notes, the pentatonic scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now watch this, right? If I just use those notes, right? These notes here. Same notes but different octaves, right? I can have a lot of fun with that. Alright, so I'm kind of screwing up a little bit there, but that's alright. Alright, you can mess around with it, and the more confident you'll be, the more you practice with it. Alright, so this would be the second part of the challenge, right? Where you have these notes, and then you use the pentatonic scale, right? And you can do any kind of rhythm, right? You don't need to do the 12-bar blues like I did either. You could do... like that kind of stuff as well. Make it a little bit funky. My pick. Alright, you can go get as cool as you want with this kind of stuff. Alright. David, I feel like you're giving me the keys to the blues kingdom. There you are. Good sire. Here are the keys. But yeah, the blues is a lot of fun. And this is a really cool way to play it. And again, you don't need to play it in that key in A. You can play it in C. Alright, Alright, you can use the chords up here, whatever you want. You can do whatever you like. Again, fretboard freedom is about unlocking thy chains. I don't know why I keep on talking like that. Unlocking thy chains and taking a walk with thy fretboard boots along the neck. Alright, I'm going to stop. So, yeah, that is the goal for today. Okay, is to blues triads. You know, again, the easier version is just this, the chords, and the harder version is going to be mixing the chords and the scales. All right, so yeah, that's it, guys. I am going to announce the winners. I'm going to look through. I have been back to back with calls today, so I'm going to look through the Facebook group and I'm going to announce a winner for our challenge today. So 2 lucky people are going to get my guitar looping course today. Okay, I'm going to announce that very shortly, just after this. And tomorrow I'm going to be giving away my #1 course, my premium course, Acoustic Ascension, which is the template that I really use for a lot of my students. Okay, which covers everything from chord embellishments, music theory, blues, lead guitar, the lot. 2 lucky winners are going to get that tomorrow. So make sure to upload your videos and I'll look forward to seeing you there. So, alright. Thank you guys. Take it easy. Have a great Thursday evening and I'll see you on the other side.